Ladies and gentlemen, we're back, and today I've got another rapid review for you. We're looking at the Porter Cable Wet Dry Vacuum model PCX18406-5B. To the best of my knowledge, this unit is only available at Costco. As per usual, I'm going to start this review with a quick unboxing, but also as per usual, I'm going to do my best to get through everything as quickly as possible. First out of the box, we've got an instruction manual. As is tradition, this will immediately be launched in the general direction of the trash can. Next out is an accessory bag that also contains the annoyingly unattached handle. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind a little bit of assembly, but in this case, it just seems like they're only saving the tiniest amount of packaging space just to hassle you a bit. Very dumb. Now, anyone who's not this precious little dog's father might not notice the subtleties of his reaction, but he disapproves. He also believes it should have come attached. After that small amount of first world disappointment, and we see 3 rigid hose extensions. Presumably these are to be used with the floor tools we'll get to in a second. After these, and a quick removal of some cardboard, we've got the main show, the Porter Cable Costco Wet Dry Vac itself. Initial quality impressions are just okay. It doesn't feel particularly robust, but it doesn't feel cheap either. Considering this unit was only $40, I'm satisfied. Popping off the top, and we can see the lid is sealed to the canister with an embedded O-ring. That's a nice touch. It's not always the case. The filter itself is a bit on the disappointing side. It's simply a paper sleeve over a foam core. It would have been nice to find an actual pleated cartridge. Oh well, I guess those are reserved for people who don't buy their shop tools at Costco. For those curious, replacement bags are Stanley's 25-1201s. I'll place a link to these in the description. Anyone wondering why I referenced a Stanley product for a Porter Cable vacuum should consider that they, along with DeWalt and a number of other brands, are all children of Stanley Black & Decker Incorporated. Moving right along, and we see a few accessories tucked neatly in the canister. Out first is a flat surface attachment, followed by a disappointingly short hose, a floor sweeper and crevice tools, and the disposable filter bag. Finally, we've got the snap-in wheels that we'll need to install in just a moment. After getting everything unboxed, I'll go ahead and install the relatively sturdy handle. I still don't like the fact that this doesn't come fully assembled, but no matter. A couple of pulses from my trusty Milwaukee impact driver, and we're good to go. Popping off the top motor so we have something flat to turn over, and I will go ahead and install the wheels. No tools required here, just your Evolution provided primate appendages with opposable thumbs. After getting it back on its feet, I went ahead and inserted the hose. Unsettlingly, it's a little loose. Not a great sign. By comparison, the hose on my rigid, about the same size, is much more secure. Now, a couple years ago, I purchased a similar looking unit from Costco under the Stanley brand name, but ended up returning it because not only did it seem uncharacteristically loud, but was also extremely high pitched. To be honest, this was my biggest concern when purchasing. We're going to get this sound level party started with the rigid. This unit looks like it topped out at around 86.6 decibels. To my subjective ears, the noise from this unit has never bothered me. If the Porter Cable can match or beat this, I'll be happy. Okay. Almost identical. I think we hit 86.7 somewhere in there, but that's what I'd call near as makes no difference. I consider this a win, since this was my biggest concern when buying the Porter Cable Wet Dry Vac, especially considering my experience with the very similarly looking Stanley unit. Furthermore, the most intolerable aspect of the returned one, the high-pitched whine, is not present on the Porter Cable. Thank goodness for that. Finally, just to give anyone who might not have a good frame of reference, I'm going to fire up my Dyson Animal Ball Plus, also from Costco, and see where that lines up. About 85 decibels, a little quieter, but not by much. The important thing to take away is that the Porter Cable wet dry vac from Costco shouldn't offend anyone without overly sensitive ears. Next thing I want to try and compare is the length of the hoses and cords. I guess because wet dry vac manufacturers assume the users will have extension cords around, they always cheap out here. It's really annoying, but not unusual. Both the rigid and Porter Cable from Costco have impractically short ones, whereas something like an upright vacuum comes properly equipped. As I mentioned earlier, the length of the Porter Cable's hose is noticeably shorter than the rigids and is about the smallest I've ever seen. Now, one thing that has always puzzled me about the way the wet dry vacs are advertised is the way that horsepower figures are presented. I don't claim to know what marketing loophole manufacturers are using, but I know it's impossible to get 4 horsepower out of a 120 volt, 15 amp residential circuit. With this setup, we have a theoretical 1800 watts to work with. 1 horsepower equals 746 watts, so the most we'd expect to see is 2.4 horsepower, a bit off from Porter Cable's claim of 4, even further off from some other manufacturers' claim of 5 or 6. To see exactly how much power the Porter Cable unit is using, I'm going to employ my clamping multimeter to measure AC amperage draw. Right at startup, and we get 13.8 amps. This is right before it settles into a 7.5-ish amp draw. Because service at my house is 123 volts, we can then say that this unit is drawing 922.5 watts from the wall, or 1.23 horsepower. So where the claim of 4 comes from, I have no idea. All setup sound tests and size comparisons aside, let's take a look at how well the unit actually performs as a vacuum. 90% of my usage falls into cleaning up either garage dust or car debris, so I'll show you the latter. Picking up floor mat things, it does just fine. Admittedly, this is not a hard test, but it's all I've got for now. Reaching up into the interior of my truck provides problematic due to the short hose. I was further disappointed to see the price of an extension is anywhere from $20 to $40 on Amazon. I didn't expect they'd cost that much, and it sours my overall opinion of the unit. Adding a car detailing kit is easy. I purchased a Shop Vac branded one made for 1¼ inch hoses for about $13. These are really handy for those planning on using their vac for car use. I'll place a link in the description below. Finally, the last thing I wanted to go over was ease of storage. I always like to see products pack up nicely at the end of the day. In this department, the Porter Cable PCX18406 does just okay. The cord wraps snugly around the handle, and the extension tubes stand vertically on top of the wheels, but there's no real place to get the hose out of the way. It just kind of gets wedged somewhere. The manufacturer was nice enough to include an accessory bag though. Compared to the rigid, it falls short. I love the way this vac packs up, with beefy cleats for the cord and a nice little pocket to tuck the hose into. Overall, I would conclude that I like the Porter Cable wet dry vac from Costco, but I don't love it. It feels outstandingly average, but because it's relatively cheap, it does represent a decent value. It has typical sound levels that appear in line with comparable products. The build quality appears very standard as well. The hose is too short, and annoyingly aftermarket ones increase the price 50 to 100%. Suction appears very adequate, and I have no complaints there. There was one more thing I wanted to comment on: the inflation adapters. I'm not sure I've ever seen them included on any other wet-dry vac, and they are very much appreciated. Attaching the vacuum hose to the exhaust is very easy, and one is then able to inflate things such as air mattresses or big pink flamingos with ease. And that will about do her for today. If you found any of this useful, a like, share, or sub is appreciated. If not, go ahead and hit that thumbs down button. Okay, bye now.